Hello, welcome to Meadow Sweet Farm. My name's Bonnie, and you are so welcome here in my little corner of the world in southwestern Pennsylvania. I want to thank all of my viewers, my returning viewers, as well as some folks who've just joined me recently. Thank you all so much for stopping by. In this episode, I'd like to share with you a little kind of update, redo project that I've been working on in my laundry room. I'm also going to give you an update on using my Singer Crank sewing machine and making a Tilda quilt bag. And of course, there'll be knitting, lots of knitting. I'll share a new book that I'm going to add to my bookshelf, and we'll also give you a little glimpse of what some of the animals are doing on the farm. So please grab your favorite beverage and sit back and relax as I share my creative life with you here at Meadow Sweet Farm. This is a book I am sure that you are going to want to add to your library. Farm and Folk Quilt Alchemy, a high country guide to natural dyeing and making heirloom quilts from scratch. This book is absolutely beautifully curated. The author is Sarah Larson Biscaglia. I hope I say her last name right. And she does an absolutely beautiful job of showing you step by step all of the basics that you need to dye fabric to do quilting. Her projects in here include several directions for quilts. She gives detailed instructions on how to dye your fabric, what kind of fabrics work best with different mordants. Just an absolutely beautiful book. And I really love her very primitive aesthetic. The colors in the book, the photographs are gorgeous. And again, like I said, her instructions on the different types of plants used, the different types of mordants, and what fabrics will work best with all of those products. So if you're a beginner naturally dyeing, this is a great book for you to get started with. And I just think that every project that's in here is just beautiful. She shows you some techniques on how to do hand quilting, how to do piecing. There's even a little chart that gives you the different quilting patterns and how to arrange the squares. Just a really fabulous book. There's one, I love those little pot holders, the quilted pot holders, little quilted bags. There's a quilted bag. I'm turning the page now to show you, because that is definitely in my wheelhouse to make that bag. I just think that's beautiful. I just love that. So this is really, for me, I was so excited to get this book. And there's all the quilted patterns and how to put them together. She gives step-by-step numbers, everything. Just beautiful. Really, really nice. So I hope that if you're interested in doing natural dyeing and with fabric and quilting, that you give this book a look-see. It's really a nice book. I enjoy it thoroughly. Okay, guys. I was working on, it's the Woolly Thistle. I forget what the name of the pattern is, but it's Corrine's Corinne's pattern. And I got this far and I kind of put it away because I felt like I had made it too big, and I like big things, but when I was trying it on, I just didn't like how it fit. So I put it away in timeout. When I pulled it out, lo and behold, I've got some moth issues. So there's three right there. There's a couple more in other places, and I just feel like I don't really like it anyway. I'm more of a cardigan person, so this is gonna be frogged. So, yep, I'm gonna frog her. Ribbit. Oops, you can see my little thumb. Okay, guys. Okay, I finished the little rug that I was working on in the last episode. I just had to put the binding on, and I finished that, and I hung both of them, but this is what I'm going to work on next. I'm in the process of a really pretty heart one. It's in one of her skinny series, but I think I have an idea for this. So this is the pattern, and it's called Sunflower House, and here's all the wool fabric that I'll have to cut up, and I'll share with you once I get started on this project the tools I use to cut up the woolen strips, and then how I do my hooking. So I love all of Julie's patterns from the old tattered flag. So her and Carol both have a Facebook video that they put out once every 2 weeks, and they're in upstate New York, Watertown, I think, and they offer classes and rug hooking retreats that I would love to go on. They're such happy people. I met them. I went to, it's the annual rug hooking retreat in Sauter Village in July. They have it. And Julie and her mom go every year. And I didn't go this past year, but I went the year before that. And when I met them, I started crying. I was so excited to meet them. So let me show you where I hung the other ones, because I've got 3. So this is going up my front. I have a front set of steps and a back set of steps. So these steps go to the girls' bedrooms in the front of the house. And then I have my sewing room is up there. But let me show you the rugs. Okay, this is a cross-stitch picture I did when Samantha was first born. And that is on the steps. And this is one of my very first hooked rugs, and I drew that myself. I went to a class, Sandra Brown. She was living in Greene County, Pennsylvania, and I would go every Monday, one day a week, and it was so nice. She had a beautiful farm. She was raising chickens, and she had the Scottish Highlander cattle, which were gorgeous. So it was funny. I like my pine trees. I think they turned out pretty good. But I kept pulling this out, doing it again, pulling it out, doing it again, till I finally got it right. So I really wanted to frame that. I did make another rug that I'll find the picture of it. It's a bunny, and I framed it and gave it to Samantha, so she has it at her house. So let me show you the other. Okay, this one I finished about 2 years ago. I really like it. I was watching and rewatching the old tattered flag Carol as she did rug hooking, till I finally felt good about my loops and my tension and how everything is really even. And I really like how this turned out. And this is my latest one that I finished. I'm not real good with the flowers. I'll have to practice a little bit more with those. And Carol does offer some guidance and some videos about how to do the flowers. So I'll have to watch those again. But what I think I'm going to do, because I have the church and this one, and then I have the other one, there's a space right here that I might just put a small rug hooking design. And then up here, there's a big space, and that's where the one that I just showed you, I'll put that one in there. And then I put another smaller one, and I think it's going to go below on the bottom there. So it'll take me a while, but don't you just love fiber arts? No matter what it is. Somebody said, what's your favorite? I don't have a favorite. Whatever I'm working on, that's my favorite. And I love this star. So yeah, these are all my rugs. And I'm so happy with them. You go in? Huh? You ready to come in? Come on. Come on, girls. Come on. Hello, pretty girl. There's Ruby. There's Ruby. Come on. Come on. There the girlies are. Come on. Come on. Let's go safeties. Let's go nine-nine. Little by little, I'm going room by room and doing a little makeover in my house. And my laundry room, I just want it to be a happy place. So I had this wallpaper installed. It's actually wallpaper I had from another room. And I'm going to paint the walls kind of a dark red. And I'm going to get rid of that curtain. And I have some really pretty red fabric that I'll show you. I have an antique sink, and the guy's coming to install the faucet. And here's my fabric. I'll put that on the window and underneath the sink. Just Hi friends, welcome to Meadow Sweet Farm. I have, I'm just looking, let me see if I can pull this down a little. There we go. I have, this is my Helen Stewart and 100 Acre Woods, and I can't remember the name of the yarn, but I love these colors. Nothing like starting off. This is what I'm wearing. Isn't that pretty? I just love it, especially with the picot edge. I have to do another one of these because I just love it. Okay, so welcome to Meadow Sweet Farm, Fiber Arts Design Studio. Okay, I am in a rush. I have got to get back to campus. I'm trying to get back before it gets dark, so I just wanted to kind of give you a little update on what I've been doing, what I've been sewing. I am trying to get the Tilda It's a Tilda bag. It's a pattern by Tilda, and I have some fabric that I'm in the process of cutting out. It's just been a really busy weekend, and I did do a lot of filming, but I'm not going to be able to. I wanted to show as I put together the Tilda bag on Claire the Crank, but I'm not going to be able to do that because I just ran out of time. So I probably am going to film when I get back, which probably is going to be, I'll probably film either Thursday or Friday, but I just want to show you. So there she is. She's all ready to go. I just need to finish cutting out all my little squares and get everything ready. I'm almost there. So I did find out, let me switch back here. I did find out, I was trying to find out some history on the crank sewing machine, and I know that they were being manufactured like around 1912, and originally the treadle machines were made to resemble a spinning wheel, which I knew, but just to see it in writing, it was kind of neat to see that. Okay, so let me just kind of go through. I have a quilting question for all of you. I need your help, but let me just start off by, isn't this the best bag? Let me see. This is the Rabbit House, and I am actually working with her. She is, I believe, in Sweden or somewhere, and I am working with her to maybe sell her bags in my Etsy shop. So I do have an Etsy shop. I have a couple things in there right now. Meadow Sweet Farm Fiber Arts is the name of my Etsy shop in case anybody's interested. I think I have some rope bowls in there and some beeswax candles that came from my bees here on the farm. And I think that's it. I'm not sure if I have any hand-woven things or not, but I do know I have rope bowls and the beeswax candles. So let me just show you. Okay, this is my Hansel wrap. It's the half wrap, but it's the largest size. And I feel like I'm plugging along pretty good on this. I'm actually right in the middle of a row, but you develop this really, really pretty shell pattern, and you can see all the different colors. I'm really happy with the colors that I picked, and I love this brown. You can see that the brown picks up all the colors that I chose, so I'm really pleased with this. So I am gonna try to get this finished up as quickly as I can. It's actually addicting. I love knitting. This is my second one. The first one I did was a half, and it was the small version. So this is the large, and then I am gonna make the square full half. I have yarn to do that, but oh, I just love it. It's a little bit of lace, little bit of lots of garter stitch, and Gudrun Johnson Hansel wrap, half wrap. Okay, so we've got that, and I am gonna start, hang on here, I have to reach over the table. I'm gonna start, I have had this pattern. It was actually a knit along with Fiber Trek. And I'm trying to think of who the other knitter was. I can see her face, but I can't think of her name. But they had a knit along. Sarah from Fiber Trek had a knit along, and I just didn't finish it. But I'm gonna start this actually today. So I love the idea of this. This is by designs by Nate Raidwolf, Wolf and Fawn Knits, and this is called Hedge Witch. And it's been in the bag so long the pattern is wrinkled, but it's a fairly large, it's like a wrap, like a hat. You can wrap it around and wear it in a lot of different ways. But let me just read kind of the symbolism behind the pattern. Sorry, my hair. It's raining outside. Okay. Hedge Witch is a tribute to the ancestors and the modern wise women and men who venture past borders and into the wilds and beyond, where all manner of beasts and beings dwell. A modern take on a traditional hap, pair it with other woolens in winter or as a top layer on a summer night. Drape it around the neck as an oversized scarf, or wrapped and tied traditionally over your shoulders and around your waist as a modern twist on an ancestral tradition. This is a relaxing, easy to remember knit with texture details to keep it interesting. Pick your favorite spot that takes you beyond the borders, be it by the fire, on the beach, and slip into the meditative rhythm. So I've had this on my mind for a while, and it's like, I just have to do this. So here are the yarns. This is going to be the border, and then this gorgeous green is going to be the center. But you can see how nice they pair together because there's flecks and just kind of streaks of this gold color. And I'm really glad that the gold is on the bottom because my skin tone doesn't lend itself to gold, but I think I'm better green up against my skin. So, all right, so I'm gonna get started on that. This takes size 8, US 8 needles. So I've got that. And I am, like I said, I'm kind of in a rush. I am this week gonna post another video just to share with you how I'm getting along sewing on Clara. And I'll just keep you along until I finish the bag. I'm really excited about it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pause just a second and get my other finished, well, it's not even finished. I need your advice. Hold the fort. Okay. When I was a little girl, and I know I've shown this in my podcast before, but my grandmother taught me, my maternal grandmother, Graham, taught me how to embroider. And she did such beautiful work. She embroidered hankies, and I have a couple of those, and she embroidered pillowcases, and she was one of those women that ironed every Monday with an iron in the middle of the kitchen floor, and she used her spray starch, and she would dampen everything and roll everything up, and so she just had that traditional way of doing clothes and keeping clothes neat. But I remember just sitting on her couch with her, and she would show me how to make these stitches. And so I found these. I think my mom gave me these years ago, and it's all the seasons with these little bears. So there's, I think that one's summer. Maybe that one's, yeah, that's summer. And then here's another one. Aren't they gorgeous? And I like this one. I just think they're so pretty. And then the last one, way down here. This one has to be winter because he's by the fire. So my dilemma is I got this far and I pieced everything together, and I went to a quilt shop in Finleyville, PA, and they helped me select the fabrics, and I really like the fabric. And I do have some of this that I can use. This is the back that I can use as the border, but I really think I might have enough of this, just even if I cut it off, because look how much I used of the border. That's a lot. Okay, I want to do the big, like, embroidery, keeping with the embroidery theme, but I don't know. Please help me. Do I stitch in the ditch around the squares where the embroidery patches are? I think that would be a good idea. But then what do I do along in the rest of the quilt? So do I stitch something? I don't want to take away from the embroidery. So I was thinking of, do I do, vertical, horizontal? Do I do kind of diagonal? Tell me what you think I should do. Please, I would welcome any kind of suggestions. So, because I really would like to finish this. I think I'm going to give this to my daughter, Jacqueline. You heard it here, Jacqueline. So this is from your great grandma. So, okay. So anyway, if you could tell me what to do, what your suggestions would be, I would greatly appreciate that. And I think that is it for now. Like I said, I am headed out. It's drizzling, so I want to get on the highway before it gets dark. So I do have some other content, so there's some other things that I shared with you, but I do like to spend a little bit of time chatting with you. So, but next week, or this coming week when I get back, I am gonna try to put a pretty big dent in that Tilda bag, and I'll put a picture up here so you can see. Okay, in case you forgot or in case you're a new viewer. And I do have a lot of new viewers, so thank you so much. I am working on a special interview that involves the vintage sewing machines. So as soon as I get more information about that and dates, I will let you know. The 1824 Walker Family Farm is having, it's the weekend of December the 9th, and they are having it's a pine wreath decorating workshop, and I am planning on going there. So if I'm allowed to film, I will take you guys with me. So that is coming up in the works, but stay tuned for this week. I'll show you my progress as I get used to sewing on this machine. I also want to show you pressing techniques for the tiny squares that I saw a podcast, and I'll when I get to that, I'll give you the name of the podcaster right off the top of my head. I can't remember, but I will add her information as well. And I look forward to seeing you in a couple days. So thanks so much. It's a regular length podcast. It's just not a lot of me and not the things that I wanted to share with you, but they will be coming up. And like I said, I do have a special interview with someone that's related to the vintage machines. So as soon as I get the more details, I will let you know. So I hope everyone has a great week. Be safe, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Take care. And don't forget, make something beautiful. Bye-bye. Ready to go in? Huh? You ready to come in? Come on. Come on, girls. Come on. Hello, pretty girl. There's Ruby. There's Ruby.